Hello, we are back with Kamikaze Lassplanes. We left off, we had just finished dealing with I think it was robbery on Sky Fortress. And we learned that the mystery lady was actually Hannah Bradenberg, which was the very first Lassplane ever created, which was very new to me. Now note, I don't know what's gonna happen after this. Cause this is the furthest I have ever been. My first time reading this. So we're just gonna go into it. So freaking weird though. I never before wondered what exactly is a Lassplane position in the army. I mean, I knew there were special forces and they only answer to the king, but I've never seen Alba use her position like that. After all, if Trash could order HQ around, we wouldn't have to have the whole Lumafel and Azuria issue. Oh yeah, that is right. That is right, because if the Lassplane is only answer to the king and all that, they wouldn't have had any problems with them doing that. So yeah, why didn't we do that in the first place? And yet, Alba always obeyed the orders. She never questioned them. She came to me for help. And Bradenberg just brushed off the person in charge of my future as if he was cleaning toilets, not me. I read that too fast, my fault. I saw the fear on his face. It was so intense. Something tells me it wasn't a frequent occurrence in the army. Surely the Lassplane will suffer some consequences. But if I learned something yesterday, it was that Hannah doesn't really mind consequences. Still stunned, I returned to my quarters to quickly wash and change my clothes. Part of me feared that as soon as the Lassplane disappeared from sight, the officer would find and restrain me in her absence. But nothing happened. In retrospect, yesterday turned out to be actually quite boring. I didn't dare put on my uniform yet. Sitting in my quarters, I was on edge, unsure what was going to happen when the officer reports to HQ about the hangar situation. Minutes changed into hours. I dragged my feet around the quarters with no idea what I should do. I was afraid if HQ looked for me and I wasn't in my quarters, I'll only make the already hopeless matter worse. At the same time, I desperately wanted to find Hannah, talk to her about everything. For a while, I even hoped she would come to meet me herself, but I quickly came to my senses. 1,000 questions were swirling in my brain, and she seemed allergic to questions. The simplest thing she could do was to avoid them by avoiding me. So I just sat there, staring out the window, trying to figure everything out. My companions came back around noon, but nobody talked more than necessary. The reason for that were 2 empty beds. 2 people from our wings didn't return to the quarters. We knew exactly why. They were there, on board that freighter. In the evening, someone came to collect their personal items. The cupboard was wiped clean, not a speck of dust left. As if they were never there. One of the beds was near the window, the same spot Trot stole from me on her first day. Yo, if you don't steal that bed, you are definitely stupid. But I couldn't bring myself to take it. It stayed empty. You're crazy. I would've took it. When an officer from HQ finally stands in the doorway, it's nearly 8 p.m. He briefly informs me that my case was finalized, and I'm back to active duty. Tomorrow, I'll get more orders. It's a different man than the one that Lassplane confronted in the hangar. And yet, his eyes show discontent. I conclude it might be the safest to just drop the topic. So I answer him formally, just as briefly. Without further discussion, the man apparently doesn't want. I'll wait a while and make sure he's no longer in the corridor. I go search for Bradenberg. Of course, walking around Sky Fortress gets me nowhere. There's no trace of her or the cat. But the positive decision from HQ fills my heart with joy. I'm so filled with energy, nothing can change that. Not even the fact that Hannah forced the decision on them. Or that I can't find her. I end up back in my quarters, planning to spend my evening alone. Deciding to write Alba a letter, I sit at the desk. I don't know how long she'll stay in the infirmary, but I'm getting worried. I write about the events of the last days. Of course, leaving out how hard it was at times. She doesn't need to know I scrub toilets. At least until she speaks to me herself. The letter has a happy ending. We start traders of the kingdom, and I met a new Lassplane. Not just any Lassplane, the first one to finish their special secret training. Oh, I can't wait to see the look of her face when she meets Bradenburg. I struggle to summon the mail drone to my quarters. It ignores me the first 3 times, even though it passed my room delivering orders to other soldiers. Finally, I hand it the letter, almost losing fingers in the process when it rips it out of my hand to carelessly drop it into its mail compartment. These drones are rude, I'm realizing. That's like the 3rd time he almost lost his fingers to a drone. Cursed machine. When I finally force myself to go to bed, I'm too psyched to sleep. I twist and turn before dreams finally come. I'm surprised I ain't hit chapter 4 yet. How long is it supposed to be? A new day brings thousands of opportunities. This time, I don't wake up to a blaring siren. Skyfortress is quiet, asleep. It's only dawn, but I jump out of bed anyway. The days of scrubbing latrines and worrying about my future are finally gone. The first thing I do is hide in the bathroom, still empty. Nobody got up before me. Good. I have time to freshen up. I wash my face, shave, and put on my uniform. It's freshly washed and ironed. Much better. I brush my hair, sticking out in every possible direction. Sunlight falls on my head through the window. Noticing something worse, I freeze. I move closer to the mirror, hoping that it's just a trick of my imagination. But no, I'm not wrong. 3, 4, 6 gray strands of hair. No way. All this stress is making my hair turn white. I thought fighting in the world was the worst thing that could happen. But if I looked like I died, it's red tape that would take my life. Or stubborn Lassplanes. I tie my shoelaces and head for the canteen, hoping for an early breakfast. The officer from yesterday said I'll get my new orders today. I'm growing impatient every minute. The last few days took me out of the game. I have zero idea about the latest moves on the Empire. Soldiers on suspicion aren't really kept up to date with new intelligence reports. Did they attack Eden? If yes, where? What about Loonfell? Is it safe? If Alva wasn't in the infirmary, she could probably get answers from her parents. My connections to the outside world were severed in all possible ways. I step inside the canteen, feeling like the only energetic person around at these ungodly morning hours. The quartermaster is still in the middle of making breakfast. He serves the first bag of sweet buns as I enter the room. I grab 2, fresh from the oven. They're scalding hot and burning my fingertips. Perfect match from a cup of strong black coffee I begged the quartermaster for. I wolfed them down so quickly that even Tross would be embarrassed. I miss Alba actually. Ain't see her in the last few times I did this shit. The crazy mix of emotions make me skip the evening meal yesterday. I didn't even feel hungry. With a cup of steaming drink, I head outside. I want to take advantage of how empty and blissfully quiet Sky Fortress is at a time of the day. It's cool, but the sky is clear. The sun is already rising above the horizon. The line between the sky and the water is dyed pink. I end up going to the park. Not a soul in sight at this hour. Wandering the alleyways, I'm enjoying the fresh smell of grass. Suddenly, something catches my attention, just in the corner of my eye. Please say Violet. Please say Violet. A gray shadow. No, that's the cat! A gray shadow high above, hidden between the railing of one of the balconies. It might be small, but I know exactly what it is. The cursed cat. No! The animal is looking down at me, perfectly aware of my presence. It meows loudly, just once, as if it's to mark my presence. Well, its presence. The bass is so quiet that it sounds like an alarm siren, as if someone put a loudspeaker near its mouth. After a while, I notice another movement near the cat, a shock of blonde hair. Hannah. Did the cat want to indicate its presence to me, or my presence to her? Either way, I finally found her. It's not the person I wanted to see, but whatever. I eagerly head to the park exit, knowing very well which balcony she's on. Last time, when I was looking for the lost Lassplane, it was the other way around. In a hurry, I nearly spilled the cup's contents on myself. I have too much energy for my own good. And I didn't even sleep particularly well. I reached the right balcony within 5 minutes. And of course it's Hannah. The blonde raises her head at the sound of footsteps. And I stop, taking in the unusual scene. Hannah Bradenberg is sitting on the ground, or rather, a small red blanket that protects her from the cold floor. Before her is a wicker basket full of fruit, a plate of rice, a frying pan with scrambled eggs, and a large cup of water. Transfixed, I watch the amount of food around her. Only after do I realize something moving around the plates, something moving among the plates. The cat, hidden behind the basket, is lying on his back, hind paws directly at the sky. It looks so full, I don't think it can move anymore. Doesn't stop it from nibbling at a piece of chicken, even if it means sliding them on the ground with its paws straight to its mouth. Is Hannah having a picnic here? Walking closer, I realized the cat didn't steal the chicken while she was distracted. It had its own plate. Good morning. Nice picnic you're having here.
Thank you.
Good morning, you too. Can I join you? Or is it a private party? With a faint smile, she moves to make room on the blanket. She passes space next to her, inviting me to sit down. Ooh, I don't like that. 'Cause I want Alba. I don't want you. Good start. I sit down on the edge of the blanket, aware it's tiny. For a moment, only the cat's munching can be heard. I watch the girl raise a cup of black coffee, casting an anxious glaze at the cat in bliss.
Do you
think she's supposed to eat this much? It's a she? How can you tell? Look at her. Isn't it obvious? I follow her gaze and look at the cat. It's neither male nor female to me now. It's just a liquidy mass on the ground with protruding paws. I don't want to feed her too much. She'll stop when she's full, right? I doubt that. The cat doesn't even have the strength to move. Lying on the ground, it grabs food with its forepaws and brings it to its mouth. It's the only way it can keep eating. At the same time, it seems happy. The animal definitely likes the Lassplane, but I don't know if it means it likes me or half that as much. Oh god, I butchered that sentence. I apologize. which means my intervention might end badly for me. What should I do? Yeah. So now I don't know what to do. Yeah, she might stop what she wants to. But if I do this, it might get mad at her. Yeah, I don't want the cat to get fat. She might hate me afterwards. Yeah, she might have had enough. I think she had enough. Look at her. What about it? That's not how cats are supposed to look. Lazy and satisfied? They're natural predators. They usually hunt for food. She's probably not used to having this much at once. That's definitely too much. She's gonna burst any moment now.
I see.
The girl stares at the cat for a moment. She doesn't look eager to take the plate away. We're thinking the same thing. Could you take her plate then? Why me? You're closer. Barely. Please. This word has never left her mouth since I met her. Although her lips curled to an amused smile, I can't ignore her plead. I give a long, loud sigh to show I'm very unhappy. Put my cup away. I put my cup away. I'd rather be able to use both hands, just in case. Kneeling down, I moved towards the cat's mass spilled on the floor. The pet instantly noticed me. A paw stops halfway, still holding the chicken in his claws. A warning growl comes from his mouth. I freeze, evaluating the distance from the plate. I have to do this. I'm sorry. It's for your own good. As soon as I touch the plate, the cat scream almost pierces my eardrums. I grab it and pull in my direction as fast as I can. Not fast enough. The cat turns on his stomach in a split second and lands on his feet, even though it couldn't move a moment ago. I pause it to swing and a sharp claw cuts through the air, digging into the back of my hand. I wheeze, about holding back a curse. Not giving the cat another chance, I abruptly move back to my spot. I sit down next to Hannah, clutching the retrieved plate with a bleeding hand.
Nonsense!
Becky! The cat stares at me with resentment from behind the wicker basket. Hearing the Lassplanes medical man, it squints its eyes and grunts under his breath. Its tail frantically sweeps the floor. I smile weakly at Hannah, who's glaring daggers at it. While they're having a staring contest, I put the plate between us. Mission accomplished, but not without heavy losses. Oh, my hero. Comes with the job. Even though she's only joking, my heart skips a beat when I hear these words. Her laughter fills the silence. She takes a napkin from under her plate and puts it on my bleeding wound. The cut is shallow. It won't leave a scar. I freeze, feeling her hand on mine. I don't need first aid, but I'm not gonna argue. Out of the corner of my eye, I watch the cat carefully. I don't think I can count on forgiveness anytime soon. It looks like it's already planning my demise. The silence between us seems blissful, and yet unnatural in Sky Fortress, usually filled with the sound of life. Crispy winds ruffle the Lassplanes' hair. I look over her shoulder. She picked quite a spot. The stunning view offers only a fraction of the park and the boundless azure of the sky. When the base comes alive, this place will be the last place to wake up. Most people stay around the plaza. We sip our drinks. Silence for a few long seconds. Her uncovered identity sits between us, like an elephant in the room waiting to be addressed. but I know very well her reaction was when I asked her about it in the hangar. She had a reason not to share this piece of information. That's why I chose to ignore the elephant. At least for now. So, early bird catches the worm, huh? Where the hell have you seen a bird around here? It's a figure of speech. Don't you always wake up as early? Oh, yes. I enjoy it. Early mornings mean the world is asleep and no one's bothered you. That's a very early morning, even for a military base. You must wake up around dawn. A matter of habit. Dawn and midnight are the only times the base seems bearable. You hate her that much, huh? Her shoulder raises in both the question and lack of it. In both an answer and lack of it. She reaches into the basket and picks a grape from the bunch. My eyes follow her movement, studying the amount of food she brought here. I didn't know the quartermaster was done preparing breakfast already. I only got 2 buns. Must be a Lassplane privilege. Help yourself, poor starving officer. Amusement sparkles in her eyes. A grip disappears behind her full lips. Encouraged by her permission, I reach for fruit. The cat reacts instinctively, as if only reaching near was a provocation. Oh god, I butchered that sentence again. Okay. It rushes into the basket, forcing me to stop halfway. The shallow wound on my hand has stopped bleeding, but it remains deep into my memories. The cat keeps eye contact. It's squinting. I watch it approach the basket and get inside. Hey! Undisturbed by my scream and the grapes at the bottom, the cat fully enters the basket. It turns around a few times, finding a comfortable position, curling itself into a cat loaf. On the grapes I was going to eat. I can't with this creature. I'm not even gonna try to pull the fruit from under it. If there's still fruit and not juice, that's it. I take my hand back, ignoring the blatant provocation. Hannah's quiet laughter comes from my side. I swear, nothing amuses her as much as the cat. You have to admit it's cute. She's doing it on purpose. Oh, come on, she's just a cat. A vengeful cat. Just look at her. But when Hannah gazes falls on the cat, it immediately closes its eyes, as if they would never show murder's intent directed at me. With a sigh, the stranger grabs the pan, like she wants to appease me. Why we still call her stranger if we know her fucking name? Like, that just defeats the purpose of learning the whole name, doesn't it?
Here.
Here, have some eggs. No need, thank you. I raise my hand to decline the cold leftovers of the scrambled eggs. I'm not that hungry, and breakfast is waiting in the canteen anyway. Why don't you eat in the canteen? The girl shrugs again. If I can eat here, why should I eat there? Bringing all this food here seems like a lot of work. The quartermaster helped me. Besides, I don't like crowds. I told you before. You did. Abba surely doesn't mind crowds. Those people could flood the canteen. She would happily drown in the mass of soldiers elbowing her way to food. But she's different. The more time I spend with Hannah, the more I notice it. The oven between us grows, and harder to ignore. She's the first Lassplane to complete the training. The first one in the army. How could I ignore that?
There.
Oh, just say it already. Say what? I know you want to talk about what happened. It's written all over your face. I do not. But, thank you. Thank you for what you did back there. You already thanked me before, like twice. I know, but you didn't have to. You didn't have to take the risk of helping me. I want you to know how important it is to me. I hear a sigh. She spins the cup in her hand, watching the black coffee bounce off the sides. Don't mention it. You make it sound like it's no big deal, but it is to me. It's not a big deal. I heard what you said, Dan. Oh? I'm sorry I had you intervene. I do not have to behave like a soldier should.
Nope.
You're wrong. You didn't intervene because of your big mouth. Hey. I don't know. You impressed me back there. That's all. I freeze. I impressed her? Even though I don't think I should be taking pride in disobedience, I'm starting to feel hot. I didn't think she heard me back then. But to know she liked it, I clenched my cup more tightly. Please tell me you're not crushing on Hannah. Can you not crush on Hannah? Can we crush on Alba? Alba's the one we want. We want the one with the big doe eyes and the violet hair. Let's go with that one, not this one.
I think
you're different from them, Walter. Or, I'd like to think that. Different how? I don't know. Just different. Don't prove me wrong. I take a sip. Drink is already cool. The less is left, the more bitter it seems. I put the cup on my thigh, gazing at the cat set basking in the sun. I see you ditched your pajama pants. Tell me, how does it feel to be back? Good. I feel like I'm back where I belong. Are you going to miss scrubbing toilets? Definitely. But I'll think about them often. Keep them close to my heart, you know. Let them remind you to stay humble. How could I stay humble when a legendary Lassplane chose me as our pilot, Don't let it go to your head. I grin, feeling the same rush of energy that got me out of bed at the crack of dawn. I'm flattered she chose me. But I still don't know why she did. I wonder how Alba would react. A seed of anxiety grows at the back of my head. I didn't think of that at all. Back in the hangar, Hannah said Trosh would gladly share. But, was she really? What if she has a problem with that? Just get out of the frying pan and into the fire? Would you think I ditched her for a new model as soon as she ending up in an infirmary? Oh, please. I hope she won't think that. What's with your face? I'm worried about Alba. A little bit. Oh. Is your girlfriend gonna be jealous? Ah. I jumped like a scalded cat. Her words make me flush. She did not just say that. She's not my girlfriend.
Oh dear.
Then there shouldn't be a problem, I turn to her and look at her amused expression. Her words sound innocent, but there's a mischievous spark in her eyes, lurking just below the surface. A spark that makes my face even redder. I can feel it. I'm just worried about her health, nothing else. Haven't seen her in days. Is she still in the infirmary? Yes. They took her right after we came back from Loonfell. I wrote her a note, but she hasn't responded yet. I see. The girl leans back, resting her hand on the cold balcony floor. She raises her head, turning away from me, and gazes to the azure sky. Something flickers on her face, an emotion I can't name. I'm sure she's gonna be fine. Right. Lassplanes aren't easily hurt, are they? And there it is again. A shadow creeps into her gaze, suffocating all the glow left. Her silhouette seems relaxed, head perked as if she was basking in the sun like the cat next to her. But her face is serious. Taking advantage of the fact she's not looking at me, I gaze at her myself. Okay, so, theory. I think Lassplanes can get hurt by serious damage. And I feel like she got hurt very badly. Which is why she's quiet during this. A thin pale scar shines on her hand in the sunlight. Do you know her? Who? Alba. Were you in the same unit? My answer is silent. The wind carries the growing hustle and bustle of Sky Fortress coming to life. I watch her profile. She's upturned, straight nose, slightly frowned eyebrows. Red lips pursed to a narrow line, like she doesn't want to let a single answer slip through them. I know how much she hates questions. I'm not counting on a reply. I follow her gaze, trailing a single white cloud on the azure sky. Unexpectedly, when the pressure of my glare disappears, I hear a quiet answer. No. We weren't from the same unit. Surprised, I fight the urge to look at her. Subconsciously, I feel it's an unwritten rule of this conversation if I want to get any answers. I always thought there was only one Lassplane base. According to the rumors of the army, at least. Are you saying there were more? Used to be. And now there's only one left. Out of the corner of my eye, I see her nod slightly. Ew. Blonde strands of hair fall on her cheeks, hiding her from my sideways glance. She's the most private person I know. The walls around her are so thick, they seem incredibly tedious to penetrate them. But I'm willing to try. I want to know what's on the other side. How long have you been a Lassplane? Silence. My whole life. Whole life? I thought you'd become a Lassplane. Can you be born as one? Figure of speech. Oh. Her answers are vague, short, and yet I feel every one of them in my small personal victory. I don't know which question will be the last she'll tolerate. I take the risk. I turn to her, turning my gaze from the sky above. The girl is still beside me, like a wax statue. Her eyelids are half closed under the sunlight. But, despite that, I can see the tension that crept into her body. Like she can't close her eyes with me. She can't close her eyes with me here. Like even here, she's still alert. My gaze falls on the white line on her hand again. Is that scar from your childhood? From before you became a Lassplane? Bradenburg squirmed as if taken aback by my question. She turns to me, following my eyes. Straightening her back, takes her arms supporting her from the balcony floor. She glances at the back of her hand and suddenly freezes. Even her chest doesn't move, like she stopped breathing. She's like the cool wind stops too. The entire world stops. I stare at her intensely. Her eyes become empty, distant. As if she was looking at her hands took another place, another time. Like she's looking at something else. No. This happened much later. The corner of her mouth quivers when she decides to answer. Her voice is devoid of emotion, gaze fixed on the white line of her skin. Did she get that after she turned into a Lassplane? The wind finally grows stronger, brushing my cheek, ruffling my hair with 6 gray strands I discovered this morning. I feel a chill creeping down my back. I thought the light can cure all Lassplane wounds. Why'd you keep it? She tilted her head as if my next question brought her out of the trance she was in for a moment. It reminded me of what I have to do. What does she have to do? Was it the reason for her presence in Loomfell? Ugh. Is that why she's in Sky Fortress now? My heart races while my mind is trying to wrap around all the possibilities. But I reach a line, a sense where I can't get any further. A thickness in the wall I was circling carefully, trying to find a breach to peek inside. The cat moves next to us, but I don't even mind it. I can only see gray spots somewhere on my side, focused on the Lassplane. My gaze is fixed on her beautiful face. She looks frozen. No, don't look at her. There's a grim emotion in her eyes. Her lips are pursed as if in fear. I think this is the crack in the barrier I was trying to find. The emotion I can see on her now. Her indifference is only a mask she puts on every day. And this is a glimpse of the truth. You're a riddle. You know that? My words serve their role. The girl snaps out of their state, both literally and metaphorically. She takes her hand, carelessly brushing long blonde strands of hair behind her ear. Her face turns natural, same as always. Is it a bad thing or a good thing? Is it a good thing? You know, I'm trying not to be rude. I don't want to hurt her feelings. And I feel like I've just been on her good side. I want elbows. I'm gonna say it's tiresome. Would it be like we're stoking or something? Ugh, this is terrible. I hate this. It's tiresome. Screw it. It's getting tiresome. Her shoulders raise again. She rolls her eyes, unimpressed. Tough luck. A crack of the wicker basket interrupts my thoughts. The cat arches his back after a short but smooth nap. To my horror, I notice crushed grapes under his belly. The pods are red from juice. Undeterred, the cat climbs out onto the red blanket next to us. Then it raises its paws and shake. Then, other one. The juice splashes around. Right at us.
That's rude.
No, bad kitty. I raise the plate I took from the cat. It shields me from the droplets of juice, which probably is hard to wash off. Ignoring the girl's scream, the cat begins to flick the excess moisture from its forepaws. That's the name? Iluna, stop! I laugh at the sight of her uniform and face covered in maroon juice. I managed to save most of my uniform, but it's in vain. Dark stains appear on my pants. Another fresh uniform to wash. Again. Unbothered by the situation, the cat sits on the edge of the red blanket and starts grooming itself. It licks its paws and uses them to clean its mouth. 1,000 possible comments flash through my mind, but something catches my attention even more. Iluna? She needs a name after all. I like it. I had no idea you decided to keep the cat. I didn't. Then why are you here with the cat?
Nonsense.
Her name is Iluna. Show some respect. She likes to watch the world from above. Besides, she was hungry. And I was taking food for myself anyway. Fair point. Well, you seem like a good owner. I'm not. She's not my cat. She hasn't left your side since we found her in the hangar. So what? She trusts you. You know what she likes, and you named her. She's your cat. Hannah opens her mouth to continue our ridiculous argument, but a familiar glow flashes on the horizon. It's impossible to miss the metallic hull of a mail drone against the blue sky. It's rushing straight towards the balcony. Then I realize what it means. Orders. We'll go back to this later. She accusingly points at me, so I raise my hand as if to shield myself again. Iluna, which is definitely her cat, immediately gets interested in the drone. It finds itself on the ground, lowers its legs, ears twitching. I decide to find a target. Her pupil glows to the size of small saucers. Is she about to jump on the drone? Meanwhile, the drone, ignoring me, as always, ignores the cat as well. It stops in front of Hannah and takes out a letter from the compartment of orders. Braiding Bird reaches out, but to my surprise, the drone pays her no mind. Releases the letter from the mechanical hand straight to the jug of water between us. What is... Hannah rushes to grab the letter before it completely soaks, annoyance written all over her face. Having finished the job, the drone floats off, too quickly for Iluna to catch. The cat leaps to the air, screaming bloody murder at the mechanical mailman. When the drone heads to the corridor, the animal runs after it, meowing like a siren. I hate it. Me too. I thought I was the only one who it dislikes. You're not that special, Walter. Her smile pales when she spreads out the orders. A familiar shadow flashes through her face. She swallows with difficulty, like her throat is too dry. Her fingers tighten on the sheet of paper. Her eyes become empty, distant. The temperature between us drops. What is it? My words bring her back to reality. She relaxes. She forces her expression to show boredom again. She passes me the paper and shrugs as if it was nothing special. But the emotion on her face, although only for a glimpse of something else, something real. I noticed them.
Nice.
You have a chance to repent for your sins. You're sending us to Azuria. What? When? Tonight. My heart stops. I was sure our fight at Loonfell changed nothing for the South. Azuria was safe, supposedly. Something happened when I was suspended? Do you know what happened? How would I know? They don't tell us anything. You know that. Was Azuria attacked? She shrugs, in both an answer and a lack of it again. I clutch the wet paper in my hand. Order to secure the area. Eliminate enemy units if you find any. It's uncertain they'll be there or how many. Maybe as many as we thought. Many as were thrown against Loonfell. Or more or less. How can they send us to the field with such little intel? You're not used to it yet, cowboy. Not really. She stretches like it's an importance of the mission doesn't wait on her at all. Brushing invisible dust from her pants. She's not wearing any pants. But okay. She reluctantly stands up. Iluna, as if turned to her every movement, emerges from the dark corridor she disappeared in when she pursued the drone. The cat meows loudly, demanding attention. But Hannah purposely ignores it, whether to pretend she's not its owner, or because she's still offended by the cat's outrageous behavior. I don't know. She grabs the frying pan and a jug of water and begins to clean up. I accidentally reach for our cups in the basket, although I'm still processing the new orders in my mind. You have 5. Why 5? Why not? I sighed loudly. This time, I don't see even a slight chance to get the information out of her. Seeing the indifference of its not owner, and the desperate cat approaches me and demands petting. I pet Luna's head, wondering what's waiting for us in Azuria. Concerned with further discussion, the blonde collects as many plates as she can and heads to the corridor to take everything back to the canteen. I take everything else and follow her, determined to help. Whatever is waiting for us in Azuria, I only know in the evening. So, we don't see Alba? Oh, it's a shooting section. Well, that's fast. That's great. Good. My attempts to get more information out of her are unsuccessful. I'll end on my return to active duty. Because my privileges from HQ have officially ended. Before, maybe we could have given me all the reports I need. But now, I'm a renegade in their eyes, unrightfully chosen by a Lassplane. It's not that I can expect anything. Treat me like a pawn on a board, a pawn ready to be sent into battle, a pawn with no right to ask questions. But I suck it up. Even when I see official recommendations to assign another pilot for this mission written on their orders. The recommendation that Hannah ignores, she calls the shots, apparently. I wonder how long she'll get away with it before HQ says enough. When we reach our destination, the sky is painted with scars. The veil shimmers on the horizon with a bright glow. We're close to the southern border. Azuria looked dazzling from afar, just as small as Bloomfield, but its majestic lighthouse catches my attention. My heart rejoices at the sight of the building still being intact. Unless something's wrong with those buildings in the background, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel relief, but not a single hull of enemy ships in the distance can change it. We're not too late. Some kind of coincidence, just on time. We're approaching the village. Orders to secure the area and eliminate enemy units.
Hell yeah.
Piece of cake. Wrap it up before dinner, and then you'll have some. But that was rude. I see lots of enemy ships turning towards us when they notice our presence. Yesterday's battle left a bitter aftertaste in my mouth. One that can't be washed down. I never thought I'd welcome enemy units with a nice change. At least we're not fighting our own. These are the bad guys we're facing today. Wasn't the Veil's breach in the north? Perhaps there's more. They got a long way home. Why Azuria? There's nothing special about it. What are they doing here? Maybe they're here for holidays? Here now is the best time to visit. Let's give them a warm welcome. All inclusive. I love the background though. Oh, these are new. What the? Oh, that's weird.
Firepower.
New pattern I'm not liking. I don't like those ships. What the heck is this?
Rockets charged.
Is this Snake?
Don't slow
Oh, that's
me down.
cool.
Go. What?
You gotta shoot all of them for it to do damage. That's cool, actually.
Rockets charged. Rockets charged.
Ooh, okay. I would dig in the ravens just in time. As soon as the Empire throws their forces at us, it became clear they were here for a while. A long while. The forces they've gathered I've never seen anything like this. Improvisines twist and turn in the air in their deadly waltz. I knew the enemy technology had developed in a completely different direction, but I didn't expect this. Long units remind me of mechanical snakes, round and segmented. Are there even pilots inside? Can a crew fit in there? All these segments connected permanently. Or are the modules... Ooh. Or are they modules that can work separately? Abba would scoff at me for admiring enemy tech, but my curiosity gets the best of me sometimes. What the hell are these things? I have no idea, but they're quite inventive. Have you seen something like this? No. But considering in whom you're flying with right now, I'd say we've seen weirder things. Point taken. The basket is closest to Azuria. I look on the island, my stomach turns, or churns. I feel weird. My intuition is going crazy. After every takedown, I kept myself peeking at the island. It's so quiet and empty. Not a soul in sight. The lighthouse looms over the houses shining in the night sky. For some reason, the closer we get, the more ominous it seems to me. The light looks so eerie. If I were on a ship lost at sea, I don't know if it would make me want to follow it or turn around and run. Do you think the villagers hid in their houses? I don't see anyone from up here.
I think.
Probably. I don't think they're interested in witnessing an area battle from the front row. You're right. The enemy left quite the army here. I've never seen units like these before. These centipedes. They're their own tactic to stop us from reaching the island. That's why we're getting close. That's why we're getting rid of them. But why aren't they moving inland for the capital? It has valuables that they could plunder. There's nothing in Azuria. Neither was in Lunefeld. Oh God. The Empire is planning something bad.
I am immune.
Oh God, what?
Rockets charged. Go. More firepower. Rockets charged. Try to hit me now.
Dear God, this is terrible.
Go.
Yeah. Bastard.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Rockets charged.
That was
I'm
terrifying.
immune.
That was
Slow
fast.
me down. Rockets charged.
Oh God.
More firepower. Go. Rockets charged.
Yeah.
Done.
Dear God, I hate it all.
Go. Rockets charged.
Hate everything.
Go.
I didn't get it. Screw it. It lives. Yeah. Please do not.
Rockets
Okay.
charged.
Ooh.
Oh my god, this is stressful. This is very stressful. I don't like this at all.
The adversary's hulls disappear in the black, muddy water. Reaching the falls, the lighthouse flashes in the dark. The planes plummet one after another. I know it can't be related, but the flashes in the corner of my eyes make me uneasy. In the rage of the battle, I don't try to take a good look at the outlet, but it seems the emptiness reaches through the windows. We should touch down as soon as we deal with the rest of them.
What?
What now? Just look at the village. Do you see even one person on the streets or in the windows of their homes? We're hundreds of meters above the ground, Walter. Are you saying you can see through the windows from up here? No, but we should make sure everything is alright when we secure the area. That the Empire didn't hurt anyone. I mean, people live here. Might be frightened.
Oh, you.
Forget it. What's wrong with telling them they're safe? And how do you know they'll be safe? Can you see what's ahead? Damn it. Don't let it crush us. Is it a boss? That's not a... Oh, it's a mini boss. Okay. Hopefully you're easy to take down.
Rockets charged.
Ah! You missed it entirely.
Hell yeah! Hope
Thank
it
you.
won't leave a scar.
I didn't know I was low
Rockets
health.
charged. Quickly!
Yeah.
Go!
I take death. Fine. Love helicopters. They're all stupid. They're all
I'm
freaking
immune.
stupid.
Try to hit me
I only
now.
hit it once. Well, on the plus side, I didn't lose my
One shot,
thing
one
yet.
kill.
I spoke too
More
soon.
firepower.
I spoke too soon.
Go! Rockets charged.
Oh, I didn't even see that one right there.
Hell yeah! Rockets charged. Quickly!
Yeah.
Don't slow me down. Go!
This is terrible. The forces of the Empire through it Azuria are massive. It's a small army. The enemy could have used them to wreak absolute havoc on the mainland. Instead, they throw it at us, just to protect a camp they could have set up for some reason. It makes me more worried about the residents. I don't believe the Empire is a good heart. Well, I don't believe in the Empire's good heart. They clearly came to Azuria before we did. Who knows how long they've been here? Who knows what they've done? Am I supposed to believe they kindly asked the villagers to stay home? A guilty conscience whispers in my ear that perhaps it's all my fault. I made a mistake. Maybe if I had come here instead of Loonfell, maybe Azuria would have been safe. And now
Focus.
you're here, and you're fighting. Stop torturing yourself with what ifs. Maybe there'd be no fighting if I'd been here a few days ago. You're wrong. It would have changed nothing. How can you be so sure? I feel her tension, hesitation when she's wondering how to answer. Fate brought you to Loonfell just in time to stop the Empire's attack. If it hadn't, the village would have fallen to the enemy. But Azuria,
Oh dear.
you can't save them all, cowboy. Oh. New boss. Centipede. Yay. I'll get to fight this thing. Oh, I have to shoot the red one.
Now it's serious. Quickly.
Yeah, I'm stuck. Can't move. I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Rockets charged. Rockets charged. Not a single scratch.
You're gonna die here. I hope you know that. It keeps going off screen.
Rockets charged. Rockets charged. Auto aim collected.
Yes. An explosion ripples through every segment of the huge unit, raised by Bradenburg's bullets. The centipede is massive. The bright whirlwinds of flames blinding. Oh god, I read that one wrong. Okay. Even now, with his final breath, I can feel for it deep in my heart. I misread it again. Okay, yay. The Empire did everything in their might to stop us. They played the last trump card. The enemy looked like a mythological beast, swirling in the air, trying to trap us and tightening the noose. Whenever I blink, I can still see the ominous flash of its segments burning on my eyelids. My eyes keep I keep my eyes on blazing wreckage as it plummets towards the rocky coast, as if to make sure it won't come back to life. Not anymore. All this tension left my body numb. Breathing out, I notice vapors coming from my mouth. Only now do I realize how cold it got in the cockpit. Has it been like this all along? Maybe I missed it, too busy with my instincts driving me. Bradenburg is silent. I'm trying to censor. The murmur of thoughts are quieter than the ones I felt with Alba. Even in this form, when supposedly having nothing left to hide from me, she's reserved. Is everything alright? We killed everyone. Mission accomplished. Let's go back to Sky Fortress. Let HQ handle the rest. I grit my teeth, turning my head to the island. It's as ghastly as before. Quiet. Empty. Although the battle is over, and the fire no longer gleams against the Satan of the sky, nobody came out. Nobody is celebrating our victory like in Loonfell. As if what we did made no difference. Let's land. A quick check won't change anything. We'll land for a while and then head back to Sky Fortress. HQ won't know.
Damn it.
And that's the behavior that nearly got you expelled from the army. Next time I won't be able to help you, Walter. Don't be ridiculous. Are you saying you're not worried about the people down below? Don't you want to know what happened to them? I'm worried about myself. Wait. Was she from Azuria? Is that why she feels so nervous being here? I clench and unclench my fingers, cracking my knuckles. A lie. I come to recognize a subtle tone in her voice. The cockpit is cold. Her emotions echo in the metal interior. I struggle to catch some of them. They seem so overwhelming and sad. I don't believe her words. I don't believe she doesn't care about the villagers. I guess she's forcing herself to stay distant, like always. Everything just to hide her real self. What is she afraid of? What the world will hurt her if she opens up? Wait, that the world will hurt her if she opens up to me. If you're only worried about yourself, why are you sad? The silence that could answer me drives me to act. I don't care what you're going to think. I know she's lying. I tighten my grip on the trigger. I'm the one in charge. I decide where we're going. I know you're concerned, but you're afraid to admit it. We're landing.
Objection.
This is not what they ordered us to do. Since when do you obey orders? Damn, gotta ask. Buckle up, because we're going there. I was actually so close this time. I hate it. I was so close. God dang it. Could have had it right there. We were right there. I think it saved the game. Yeah, it did save. Okay. Good. On that note, that's where I'm gonna call this episode of Kamikaze Lassplanes. We didn't do much, but we did learn about a few other things about Stranger, or Hannah. And something's wrong with Azuria. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and comment down below if you want me to do something else. If they have it on Xbox, I would definitely check it out. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, I'll catch y'all later.